Well, that was quite the week of football. We've got quite the shake-up in our power rankings this week. So hey, happy holidays everyone. But it's now time to dive into our final edition of the NFL Power Rankings before the new year. Number 32, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 32. Unbelievable. Bryce Young throws for 312 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Panthers still lose? Geez, will this team ever get a break? Carolina's D forgot to show up for game day against Jordan Love and the reeling Packers, losing a surprisingly high-scoring affair, 33-30. Oh well, at least these guys have been showing some fight under interim head coach Chris Tabor. Number 31, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 30. There it is, the Commanders season in a nutshell. Put up 28 points against a stingy Jets defense and still lose because of your helpless defense that gave up 30 to Trevor Siemian. Of course, that right there is the Commanders for you, ladies and gentlemen. Number 30, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 29. Nice week for the Cardinals fans on #TeamTank. They were thoroughly dominated by the Chicago Bears, then watched the New England Patriots upset the Denver Broncos on Sunday night, putting Jonathan Gannon's squad into the number 2 draft pick spot. Number 29, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking, 31. Typical Bill Belichick. Just when you think his Patriots are ready to give up on the air, they go into Mile High City and spoil the Denver Broncos' postseason hopes. And because Belichick may or may not want to sabotage Robert Kraft one last time before his possible departure, why not ruin the Patriots' draft positioning? Number 28, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 28. The banged-up Justin Herbert-less Chargers put up an admirable fight against the streaking Buffalo Bills on Saturday night. But as always, the Chargers charged it up by falling apart in the final minutes. Oh, the more that stays the same. Number 27, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 26. The Titans put up a big-time fight against a superior and desperate Seattle Seahawks team without Will Levis, but Geno Smith's last-minute TD pass to Colby Parkinson handed Tennessee its 10th loss. And just like that, the Titans have now suffered back-to-back double-digit losing seasons for the first time since 2014 and 2015. Number 26, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 24. At 5-10, the Giants have clinched yet another double-digit losing season. Brian Daboll may or may not be coaching for his job. So, how the G-Men finish here certainly bears watching. Number 25, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 27. Well, it wasn't pretty, but the Jets avoided an embarrassing collapse and just narrowly squeaked out a victory over the Commanders. In this lost season, Jets fans will take any cause for celebration that they can get. Number 24, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 25. Justin Fields and the Bears offense put up a superb effort against the hapless Cardinals, all while watching the Panthers lose again. The first overall pick is almost locked up, but also importantly, these Bears are showing vast improvement on both sides of the ball. Number 23, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 18. What a brutal and devastating defeat for the Vikings. They lost Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson to injury. Nick Mullins still had 411 passing yards, but his 4 interceptions proved to be the difference in a tough 30-24 loss to the Lions. Number 22, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 17. Dennis Allen's crew certainly looked like a team that had no desire to make the playoffs in Thursday night's loss to the Los Angeles Rams, which is kind of strange because, well, they're still very much alive in the race for the NFC South. Also, Dennis Allen can't coach either.
You suck, you jackass. Why don't you shut the hell up?
Number 21, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 16. Yeesh, what a gut punch. The Broncos had a get-right game against the practically punchless Patriots on primetime, and they still lost. And Patrick Surtain getting lit up in coverage when it mattered most? Yeesh, what a sour way to see your playoff hopes practically end. Number 20, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 21. The Falcons kept their slim NFC South hopes alive by upsetting Gardner Minshew and the surging Colts. So with that, Taylor Heineke will most certainly get the nod for next week's must-win over the Bears. Arthur Smith's group isn't done yet. Number 19, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 20. It was closer than it should have been, but Matt LaFleur's Packers narrowly prevailed over the Panthers to keep their playoff hopes intact. Losses by the Saints and Vikings added up to a good week for Jordan Love and company. Green Bay's gonna have to win out and get some help to sneak in, but the Vikings and Bears round up their final 2 games, so buckle up, cheeseheads. Number 18, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 23. The Raiders absolutely took it to the defending champion Chiefs on their home field for a season-saving 20-14 victory. If that isn't good enough to buy Antonio Pierce the full-time head coaching gig for next year, then I mean, come on, what is? Number 17, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 15. 4 straight losses for a team that's supposed to be vying for a championship is nothing short of inexcusable. Trevor Lawrence is getting more and more beat up, and the Jaguars' O-line and defense have seemingly forgotten that it's not the offseason yet. The good news, the Jaguars still control their own destiny for the division and finish out against Carolina and Tennessee. Number 16, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 12. We know they didn't have CJ Stroud, but come on, you'd expect a little more effort from a playoff hopeful Houston team. That is a big-time blow to their postseason hopes, and it's awfully tough to envision a scenario where they get in now. Number 15, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 11. What an absolutely miserable letdown of a loss by the Colts. Come on, that just can't be happening. Like the other playoff hopefuls in the AFC, Indy's got to win out now, which is very manageable with the Raiders and Texans at home to wrap up their regular season. Number 14, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 22. Mason Rudolph and George Pickens ripped the Bengals defense apart on Saturday. Who saw that coming? And suddenly now the Steelers are very much alive and well in the AFC wildcard race. Number 13, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 9. The surging Bengals lay an egg at the worst possible time to the rival Steelers with a third-string QB in. And with the Chiefs and Browns next on the schedule, well, hard to think the 8-7 Bengals will qualify for the postseason at this stage. Number 12, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 14. Time to bake. The Buccaneers are rolling with their 4th straight W. Now all the Bucs need to do is win one of their final 2 games to lock up a 3rd straight division title. With the Saints and Panthers on the schedule, that's essentially a done deal. Number 11, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking, 19. Well, how about that? Back-to-back last-minute wins suddenly has Seattle back in the playoff picture. And now they're in full control of their destiny. Let's see if Seattle's top weapons can lead the way to another postseason berth. Number 10, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking, 13. Don't let that final score fool you. This was an utter domination by the Rams against the Saints on Thursday night. And every other NFC playoff contender should start paying attention, because Sean McVay's crew is quickly emerging as that potential wildcard team that nobody will want to face. Number 9, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 5. Well, that certainly was a Christmas Day disappointment for Chiefs fans. Woof. So now the Chiefs can kiss their hopes at a first round bye goodbye. Number 8, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 4. Oh look, another big-time game the Cowboys just blew with the chance to prove themselves as contenders. Who saw that coming? Back-to-back losses to Buffalo and now Miami have taken the Cowboys out of the running for the AFC's top seed. That's going to be a problem for a team that only looks like a contender when they're playing at home. Number 7, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 10. It was not at all pretty and could have easily been a loss, but hey, the Eagles just barely held off the resilient Giants at home to snap a 3-game losing skid. And with the Cowboys losing to Miami, well, they control their own destiny for the NFC East. Number 6, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 8. Was it pretty? No. But the Bills still got it done against the Easton stick-led Chargers and put themselves that much closer to locking down a playoff berth. Josh Allen went into Superman mode when his team needed it most, and just like that, the Bills are now 9-6 with 2 games to go. Number 5, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 7. The Joe Flacco magic continued in Sunday's domination of Houston. He threw for 368 yards and 3 touchdowns, albeit with 2 interceptions. Kevin Stefanski's resilient group is now 10-5 and in the fortunate position to play the vulnerable victor of the weak AFC South in the wildcard round. Number 4, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 6. You asked for it, you got it. At long last, the Dolphins finally beat a team with a winning record, outlasting Dak Prescott's Cowboys in a major thriller in South Beach. Win their final 2 games, and Miami is the AFC's top seed. Number 3, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 3. Congrats to the Lions on locking down their first division title in 30 years, and their very first NFC North crown. The past deal will have to get cleaned up come January, but for now, Lions fans can bask in this special accomplishment. Number 2, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 1. Yeesh, that was an ugly loss against a far more prepared Ravens team on Monday night. The 49ers still control their destiny for the NFC's top seed. And you can't tell us the Jekyll and Hyde Lions, Cowboys, or Eagles are more trustworthy than Kyle Shanahan's group. Number 1, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 2. If the 49ers can't stop these guys, then who can? Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense made easy work of the NFC's top team, and the Ravens will clinch the AFC's top seed with a win over Miami next week. But hey, what changes would you make to our Week 17 NFL Power Rankings? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton, and hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.